Hello. It is very, very early on a Saturday morning here for me, and I'm just recording some footage for video. I wasn't planning on doing this right now, but after, well, let's just say it's kind of an epic week for Star Citizen, really. I mean, Gamescom presentation was yesterday. We had 1.1.6 drop early this week, and 1.1.6. It's mainly dropped a new launcher on us, and they also did. It's mainly like balancing tweaks. They tweaked the matchmaking logic, so you should now be matched with people around your skill. They kind of increased the points you need to win certain game modes. Like Battle Royale was games were ending in like 3 or 4 minutes out of the 20 in 1.1.5 because you only need to get 15,000 points for winning, to win, and people would get 4,000 or 5,000 points for killing someone. So you only kill 3 or 4 people, and you win the game. So they basically did that. And the other big change they did was they made it so that the games don't start until there's 4 players in them rather than 2, which I like. I do like it, but sometimes if you go into some of the lesser played game modes, you can sit there with like 2 or 3 of you waiting for a 4th. That happened to me in a squadron battle where we're sitting there. There was 3 of us sitting there. We sat there for about 6 or 7 minutes, and then someone left. And about a minute after someone left, a 3rd person came in, but we never got to 4. And after 10 minutes, I left. So yeah, so we get that sort of thing pops up. But yeah, as well, you may notice if you look at this compared to my previous videos, it looks a bit nicer. I got myself a new GPU. My birthday was this week, and I had a very, very long birthday stream, and with the awesomeness of my Twitch followers, let's just say between my Twitch followers, they donated enough for me to get a new video card. I've been planning on getting this video card for a while, and I was gonna buy it for my birthday present for myself regardless, but we had enough donated to cover the cost of it, and I got myself an MSI 980 Ti. So walking around my hangar here, I'm getting between like 40 and 60 FPS, whereas before with my old 7970 I would be walking around my hangar getting between 25 and 30, so it's just a big jump. And I just finished up a Vanduul Swarm game, and that Vanduul Swarm game I got it was like constantly didn't dip below 30, which is good. It's very good for me, and this is in high, whereas I used to dip below 20 in well, yeah, I used to dip below 20, man. 20 FPS in low. So other than that, there was a bunch of other stuff happened. We had this Retaliator here was part of the multi-crew demo they showed off at CitizenCon. For anyone that hasn't watched it, in the description I am going to put a link to the RSI's video on YouTube. They've got it up there. It's a couple of hours long, and let's just say it is amazing. They do have just a short sections for the multi-crew demo and the social module demo up there as well if you don't want to watch the whole thing. But the Retaliator here is one of the ships in the multi-crew demo, and on the website they actually popped up the Retaliator modular version up now. So at the moment you can actually go there, and excluding that, you can pick up a base Retaliator here with LTI for $150. That's without any of the internal modules. Basically the modules themselves, the default one I've got here comes with 2 torpedo rooms. Comes with 2 torpedo rooms. Let's just jump in. Okay, so my Retaliator here, and anyone that's had one before, or had one from a previous sale, even the Gamescom sale, the flash sale that was up earlier, just before this popped on the store, we got the 2 torpedo rooms, because this is the military type one. So if you wanted to get this ship now, you could buy the base ship for $150. Oh, they've opened the door. The base ship for $150, and you have got to buy the separate rooms. The front torpedo room costs $75. The rear torpedo room costs $50. So once it was $275 when it was back up on the store earlier. So if you buy them all separately, it works out about the same. But we can actually do with the modular system, you can actually change it out. So you can have the 2 torpedo rooms, or you can have two. You can have these 2 rooms as 2 cargo areas. The cargo rooms for the front and the back are both $25 each. You can have living areas in the front and the back, which were $25 each as well. And interestingly, the front room here you can also get a module to make this a dropship, an extra dropship variant, which is like a marine dropship, and that one's $75. So there is kind of a lot of variety here for what you can actually do. And obviously you can mix and match it, so you can have like a torpedo one at the front, living quarters at the back, or living quarters at the front, torpedo at the back, or a torpedo in a cargo bay, or a dropship in a cargo bay, or dropship and a living quarters. So yeah, you can kind of decide, how you want to do it, however you want to do it. And it's I was very happy to see this, because I'm very, very interested in the Endeavour when it comes out, which is the next concept ship we got, and they're always talking about the modularity of that. So this is obviously the first ship they got that they're touting being able to buy it, the modular sections. The Connie will be like that, but the Endeavour is definitely going to be like that. And it's something I really want to get, and all I could think of when I saw those modules is, shit, I need them all, and I wanted to get one of each of the modules that I didn't have, just to be safe. I did pick up the 2 living area modules, and I'll probably pick up the 2 trade ones, and maybe the dropship one as well, just so that I have them, because you can always melt them, right? You can always melt them. Before I say anything about the Gamescom event, as well today, they also showed off, the Vanduul Glaive is now ready in the hangar, and they announced what they're doing. They announced at Gamescom that they had this event going on, that what they're going to do is they was going to have a contest with 1.1.6 in Vanduul Swarm, and anyone that got beat Wave 18 in Vanduul Swarm would get the option to rent themselves a Glaive with Wreck, and the first 1,000 that did it would have the option to buy themselves a Glaive from the store. It's a limited sale, just like the Scythe. Scythe only had like 500, I think. I think the Glaive had like it's only going to have 1,000, and here it is here. This is the Vanduul Glaive. It's listed on the website as the Asperia Vanduul Glaive, and which does kind of surprise me a bit, because I mean, I know I'm really looking forward to the Asperia Prowler, which is a upcoming ship, which is a boarding vessel. And I didn't realize, I thought Asperia, those ships would be a new alien race we hadn't heard of, but this ship's actually in the store as an Asperia Vanduul Glaive. So whether that's an error or whether the Asperia made it for the Vanduul, I don't know. But I was watching Captain Rich's stream, and he wanted to jump in to Vanduul Swarm to see if he can get to Wave 18 to unlock this for Wreck and potentially to purchase. I jumped in with him, along with me and my VW and Gwahir, 2 of his mods. Captain Richard unfortunately crashed out about Wave 5 or 6, but the other 3 of us, we actually got to Wave 18. We did die about 3 Vanduul before clearing it, but we did unlock the ship. We got the forum badge, and after looking at it, even though I really don't want this ship, I picked it up. And of course this one, if you look here, you have double blades because of the way the guns are. This is like a symmetrical one. The Scythe is asymmetrical. Yeah, and the entry point is exactly the same as the Scythe. You get in and out exactly the same way. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this ship, but I picked it up. I didn't use any credits. I picked it up and I paid the VAT on it. It's $350 to pick this up. It kind of worked out not so bad because of the exchange rate. If I would have bought it, in dollars, it would have cost me, with the 20% VAT, £271. If I bought it in euros with VAT, it would cost me £240, but in dollars without the VAT was like 230. So it basically cost me like about £12 for the VAT, which by using euros instead of dollars, so it only cost me about $20 extra rather than the 70 it probably should have for the 20%, which isn't so bad. So I figured I'd pick it up. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's in my hangar. I can resell it later on or gift it. you know, resell it and gift it later on, or keep it. I'm not too sure what to do with it, but I figured I wanted to check it out. And when we get the Endeavour, which is going to be dropping on us within the next couple of months, I was going to put another couple of $100 in to get that, because I did have I've got a Miss and a Gladiator was going to melt towards it, and whatever was left I was going to have to put in of cash, and we're expecting it to be $500-600. So yeah, let's just say I probably would have had to put that money back in. So the chances are, when the Endeavour comes out, this may well be melted or sold on to someone, just so that I can get the credit for the Endeavour. Let's jump up top, get up top and try to jump on the roof, and we'll just have a look at it around top. And while we're just talking about that, we also had the CitizenCon event, and let's just say I'm not going to talk about it too much here, because there's so many different hype videos you can watch. You can kind of see about that. This is mainly going to be a shorter video, just talking about this Glaive a little bit, but it was so good. If you're a Star Citizen fan and you haven't watched it, as I said, I'll put a link in the description. They told us, Chris told us a couple of things as far as dates are concerned. He kind of indicated that the social module was going to come next, and they was hoping to get that out to us by the end of August. And the social module demo was friggin' amazing. I'm really pumped for the social module, more so than the FPS. The FPS they're hoping to get to us before CitizenCon, which is like the 10th of October, and the Motor Crew demo they're expecting after that. He did say that they're hoping to get us a persistent universe demo potentially to show off at CitizenCon. So it's just a matter of, we'll have to wait and see on that, right? We'll have to wait and see on that. Got it. Nailed it. First try. So yes, we've got the same. Oh my god, I fell in the engine. We got the same big old engines at the back. This one's a different color, of course. It's like red. The Cypher is asymmetrical. On one side you've got this big ass gun with the blade, and the other side you've got a little bit smaller gun. This one actually because it's symmetrical, it's got the same gun on each side. It will make it easier to use. When I was messing around with a scythe a little bit, with Knight Rider's scythe, one of my mod scythes, let's just say, because the guns were different, and they had different, you had like different pips, lead pips, you know, to actually hit, and it made it very difficult shooting. But this has got the same, so it should make it a bit easier. But anyway, yeah. So they had their live stream in. Let's jump in here. Oh my god! Let me. Oh yeah. Do not send. They had the live stream in a number of different parts. The first part they showed off was the demo for the social module. Then they showed off the FPS demo, which it looked nice, but it didn't wow me, because we've seen a bunch of stuff on the FPS before, and there wasn't really anything majorly new in this demo apart from some FPS animations. But the social module was just wow. And then they moved on, and the Motor Crew demo at the end is like 13 minutes of absolute awesome. You really need to see it if you haven't seen it. And there's, it's just freaking amazing. And all I kind of think when I'm watching this is that we've definitely seen here that they are definitely working hard. They are not just sitting on our $86 million now. They're actually working on it and actually doing good stuff with it, and they really are working. I'm sure that a lot of skeptics are still going to be complaining about, you know, how things are still slow, but just the animations for the quantum drives, the sounds, just seeing the Retaliator in action, shooting constellations. Oh my god! And yeah, I could sit here and talk for hours just about what they showed off to us, but I'm not going to do it because I want to try to get this video rendered and uploaded before I sleep. Damn it! So anyone that is a streamer of mine or viewer of mine on Twitch, on Saturdays on my stream, I normally run do my Star Citizen. Do like a Star Citizen news segment, showing off the news and review for the week. And when we do that, I will be talking about a bit more at length about the event, if you want to come over and hear my thoughts tomorrow. And I was just noticing here a bug with this cockpit. If you look here, it's doubled up a bit here. if you look, so I mean, if you look in it here, it's all pretty fine, right? If you look and you zoom out, and you get the second one just appear like that. Dope. That's kind of, that might be a bit off-putting, right? But you get the second one appear. Damn it, that's a bug. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into some free flight with this, just to show it around in free flight. You see the HUD coming up here. It looks very similar to the Scythe. So we got what's listed as a weak laser cannon in Group 1, which is on the nose. If we look here, if we look around at the front. I like the way the flaps, you see the flaps animating as you're shifting, but there you see the laser cannon, the weak cannons at the front. And then we've got two war plasma cannons, which are these. And just listen to the sound of those. I mean, obviously none of these guns are gimbaled, which means this is a ship that I will not have a lot of fun in. Because I really struggle with ships with non-gimbaled guns, because I'm a mouse and keyboard user. Although saying that, they did also officially show off the HOTAS at the event, and officially show off pictures of it, and they had a prototype. They actually had there that they actually, you know, you could actually look at it. They didn't really show it in much detail, but they showed you some pictures of it, of the different models, and they're going to be doing a number of different ones, ranging from like a cheap one to a very, very expensive one, you know, ranging in price. I mean, they had a poll a long time ago where they was kind of touting what people may want, and most of the majority kind of touted for $150 to $250. So it looks, from the sounds of it, they've got a cheaper option, a more budget option, which is just like the HOTAS, and they got the more expensive options, which is the whole throttle, the HOTAS, and yeah. And there's a lot of people that are very skeptical about them choosing Mad Cat and Cytec, but Chris gave an explanation of why they did that, and it sounded very good to me. They're basically, what they're actually looking to do is they're looking to actually work the full package. So for Mad Cats, it's going to work very well. I mean, because they're probably going to end up with headsets, mice, keyboards, the whole chagrin. And let me just come out here and just land a second. Just look at this animation.
Landing approved. Landing complete. Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Yeah, so just like the Scythe, the wings just fold up as you pull into land. But of course, there's two of them this time, so
Landing gear
there you go.
down.
They fold up and the gear comes down. So if you look at the back, we'll be able to see the gear coming down properly. Because you can see the big one in the center.
Landing gear up.
So good to see the other one. As you can see, it just come out here. And bosh. And down we pop.
Landing approved. Landing complete.
I'm kind of wondering how long it's going to take me to regret buying this ship. Damn it! But hey, even if I get rid of it, as I said, it only costs. Due to the currency, it wasn't so bad. It wasn't as bad as I expected it would be. But I got a Vanduul ship. I missed out on a Scythe. I flew Night Rider Scythe, one of my mods. I wasn't that impressed with it. It looked very good, but I didn't really like flying it. I figured I'd get this as an investment. Even if it's only something temporary until I get my Endeavour, because like I said, I've ended up having to put money in anyway. So I paid some VAT towards this, and even if I would have melted stuff down in the future to get the Endeavour, I still would have had to pay VAT. I would have had to pay a very similar amount to deck out the Endeavour, so it's just putting it here now for a couple of months just so I can mess around with it is an investment of mine. I don't think I will have this in my hangar when we get to the positioned universe. I will have it replaced with an Endeavour, and this cockpit is really freaking me out. That's better if we just stand here. It's really freaking me out. But I just wanted to have a little walk around this ship and just show you guys the ship. As I said, tomorrow we'll be doing some Star Citizen on my stream, and we'll be talking about the Gamescom event, and maybe showing off a couple of snippets of the demos, of the good parts of the demos, and getting that hype train just keep on rolling. And before the end of August, we should have the Vanduul, sorry, the social module, which is going to give us all the new FPS animations, and we better just run around. I think they said up to 20 players can be on this in the planetside area together at any one time. Forgive me if I'm getting a bit confused here, but it's very, very late, and I decided I wanted to get a video recorded before I slept rather than do it when I get up, because I've got a lot to do tomorrow and I wouldn't have time. And I was just looking at these two guns. They do look different. This one looks a bit bugged. If you look over here, you got the barrel there. You've got big oval shaped barrel. You've got the part next to it with the two horizontal orange lines. On this side of the ship, you don't have the barrels here, but what is this bit sticking out? Is this? I wonder if this is bugged, just like the if this part sticking out the front there is a bit bugged, just like the cockpit's bugged, and some of the model is kind of repeating itself a little bit, because that doesn't look right. That definitely doesn't look right. It doesn't tweak into place when it hits, but this gun, obviously, look, you got two parts of the gun on top of each other, like melded into each other. So that's like a display bug. Will definitely, that will definitely be sorted out, I'm sure. Let me just jump in one more, and just take off and see if when the wings fold out, if that makes any, if it fixes that up at all. No, it hasn't changed at all. It looks exactly the same. But both these guns are the same guns. I mean, they're both reloading at the same time. They've got the same sound effects, but it's just different barrel effects. I think one of them just off tilt or off center a little bit, and it's kind of making it look a little bit weird. So yeah, thank you for hanging out and watching. I will see you guys in another video. Feel free to like and comment if there's anything you'd like to see specifically. Come over and visit me on my Twitch channel. We'll be talking about some of this tomorrow. We're talking about the live stream. Maybe do some gift certificates tomorrow, just because of the hype train. And just as I leave, we'll just leave you with the boost sound. And a big crash into an asteroid.
Alert. Front crash close.
Oh damn, we didn't actually die. Let's try it again.
Alert. Front crash close.
That's two wings off.
Crash close.
Damn, we had two wings off and we had just the cockpit. It looked just the cockpit bit. It looks like a bit like an Aurora. Anyway, thank you guys. Bye bye.